Hey guys, welcome back. So this video today is going to be about basically my experiences being a darker skinned person and how it's affected certain things in my life. So growing up when I was younger, I was probably the darkest person, like if not one of the darkest people in my school. I went to a private elementary school, then middle school, and then high school I went to a public school, and it just was a really bad experience for me. I was literally made fun of every day. It got to a point where I just wanted to disappear. Like I wanted to just literally disappear. I would do everything I could to not be seen. I wanted to be non-existent because no matter who saw me down the hall, I felt like they're going to make fun of me, and it just really took a toll on me and my self-confidence. I didn't hold my head up high. I was always just trying to hide. Even now, to this day, I could be just going to the grocery store and I will get that one person every now and then that will say something or make a joke about my skin color or something like that. And even now on YouTube, you guys have been so sweet and so kind, but there are the negative people that are still there. They still leave me those nasty, mean comments. I do my best to try and delete them, and they don't affect me. It's gotten to a point where I am confident in myself and I do know myself and I am secure in myself, that I see it makes me laugh. I might chuckle a little bit, but then I'll just delete it. It doesn't affect me like that anymore. Versus when I was in high school, it took the biggest toll on me and made me feel terrible. For me, the best thing that I did for myself when I was younger is I put a lot of energy and time into my family. Me and my family were really, really close. I have 6 sisters. We're all super, super close, and I love all of them. And that was my escape. So I think that the best thing you can do if you're struggling in school or you're just being made fun of in general for anything is find your safe place. Find that one person that you can cling on to and do the best you can to uplift each other, or just bring yourselves up together, because the number one thing that I can say now after going through it and actually feeling like I found my confidence and being confident in myself was I clung onto that one safe space until I was able to stand on my own. And I think that's one advice that I can give to people is while you are in your safe place, work on yourself, find yourself, love yourself, and just find your inner confidence, because it's in there. You just need to find it, you need to own it, and then after that, let it out. Does it ever get better? To be honest, there's always going to be people that don't like you. There's always going to be people that don't like the way you look, but there is this negative connotation where that dark skin is bad, or dark skin is ugly, or dark skin is not good enough. And for that, I'm not sure if that's ever going to end, but the way you feel and the way it makes you feel ends. Because once you get to a point where you're so confident in yourself, no one can say anything to destroy that confidence. What you're gonna think is you're gonna be like, dang, I really feel bad for that person because they are just so ignorant and so sad and so miserable that they are actually going out of their way to try and make me feel bad. But I have this unwavering confidence that no one can take from me. So that part gets better, but even to this day, I could probably name 2 days ago I got a really hateful comment on YouTube. It never ends. It's always going to be there, but what's going to change is how you let it affect you. The reason why I decided to start my channel was because when I was 21, I started experimenting with makeup. I decided that I wanted to start doing makeup. It was something that intrigued me, and at that time, the number one thing was YouTube. So I would go on YouTube and go online to try and figure out what to do with my skin, because every time I'd go into Sephora or MAC or wherever, they would be like, you don't need anything, you're beautiful the way you are, And I didn't realize it then, but it wasn't because they were saying, I felt like it was because they were saying that yeah, like my skin is great and I have clear skin or whatever, but really it was because they didn't know what to do with my skin. Like no one knew what to do with my foundation. Like half the time I would see eyeshadows and be looking crazy. Like it just was not, like they did not know. So when I would get on YouTube and Google anything for dark skin, I would see people like a good 5, 6, 7, 8 shades lighter than me saying dark skin, and it made me feel like crap. Like it made me feel like I was not included in like this whole makeup thing. Like I shouldn't be wearing makeup. This is not your scene. Like you need to leave. Like this is not for you. This is not for your skin tone. And it made me feel really, really bad, and it made me feel like, okay, well then I don't even know what to do. So I just started experimenting on myself. I got to a point where I felt comfortable in my makeup skills, and I was just like, I'm going to go back and I'm going to get on YouTube, and instead of Googling, I'm going to be the one that people are going to Google for dark skin, and they're going to actually see someone that actually has a darker skin tone, helping them, and not feel discouraged and not feel like you're not meant to be in this area. And I think that's one thing that really means a lot to me is when you see someone that looks like you doing something, it lights this fire inside you that you feel like you can do it yourself, or you can do something like that too. And so I wanted to make sure that I could be an example for someone that thinks that they can't do it because no one else that looks like them is doing it. I wanted to be that person that encourages and is an example that you can do it. Like I'm doing it, so you can do it too. So the reason why I titled this video 11:59 p.m. is because that was one of the things that people used to make fun of me for my skin being like midnight skin, or like 11:59 right before it hits midnight, or you know, just whatever the joke of the day was that day. And I just figured it doesn't hurt me anymore. It's kind of like, okay, great, I have midnight skin. And so that's why I titled this video that. I just want to be an inspiration to all the dark skinned girls out there that are struggling. Like, I have been where you are, and I got out, and you can do it too. Dark skin is not just a trend. It's not popping just for the moment. I've always had dark skin. I have dark skin now while it's trending, and I'm gonna keep having dark skin after this trend is over. I'm still gonna be beautiful after this trend passes. So we are not a trend. We are popping forever and ever and ever. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Lots of love, and I'll see you guys next time.